Hello children, welcome back to 8th social class. Children, in the last class we started the topic hydrosphere. There we have seen a distribution of our water on a land. It was totally 71%. In the sense we can take, when we take an average of a water, it is more than a continental or a continent. So, as per the survey, the 70% of the total area of the land was covered by the water and remaining is a land that we will refer it as a continent. And not only that, we are classified water bodies as ocean, sea, gulf, bay and strait and isthmus. These are the distribution of our water bodies on the earth. And we also seen the difference between strait and isthmus. A strait is a narrow strip of a water body joining two large water bodies only, whereas isthmus is a narrow stretch of a land mass finally joining a land mass only. I told you to remember these two because it will come for 1 mark. Later on, we have seen a relief of the ocean floor, in the sense that now what the sea or the ocean that we are seeing, that how it was, or the structure of the ocean. Like now the earth, surface of the earth, which was made up of a 3 layer like crust, mantle and core. We are on the part of a crust, right? And below that mantle and the core was there. Like I told you, the ocean was also divided as a 4 part. Here the coastal area, that is a land that we are living, whereas the first part of the feature of the ocean is continental shelf. Then the second, what the water is flowing here, that when comes it down, it becomes a continental slope. Here we can see the existence of a marine life, aquaculture and the navigation can be take place with the help of continental slope. And then the third one is continental rise, in the sense that what water comes down here, that was settled down here and it will rise up. The settled water will rise up and that will made a deep sea plain. That is the 4th layer of the ocean. First is continental shelf, continental slope, continental rise as well as a deep sea plain. Here we can say as it as a oceanic crust also. Clear? These are the 4th layer of the ocean. Then the next one is, we have seen the temperature. As we have a temperature on the earth, we can also see temperature inside the ocean or the sea water. Okay, and we also see the salinity. What do you mean by salinity? Salinity is a percentage of a water dissolved in a water. Okay, and we have seen that the salinity of a water is more in equatorial region and the salinity of a water is average in a polar region. Okay, and we measure a salinity as per the PPT. PPT refer to parts per thousand. So it should be 35 gram divided by 1000. That was the PPT measure of a salinity. Then next was ocean current. Okay, the next topic is ocean current. What do you mean by ocean current? See, in simple way we can see a variation in a sea water, right? See, when you see a sea, it may looks like it was so close to you, right? Sometimes it looks so far, so that the sea has gone back. Have you observed all these things? When you go to, if you go to beach, you can get to see these things. And that is called it as a ocean current in a common language, what we call. Whereas this is a scientific term, ocean current, because see, in a sea it is common that we observe waves, but do we know what is current and tide? Do we know? No, we don't know, because when we go to a sea, we observe only these things. See, ocean water has 3 types of a movement. 3 types of a water movement. They are waves, currents and tide. Okay. So, what is this ocean current? See, ocean currents are the regular movement of a ocean water from one region to another region. As I told, the changes in the water. Water in the sense, sometimes as I told, the ocean water looks so near to us. Sometimes it looks so far to us. Okay, and you can observe sometimes very so much of a waves, and that waves noise is very high. Okay, and that is all totally referred as a ocean current. Okay, now let's refer which are the two types of these ocean current. Okay, these currents originate and flow warm ocean current, in the sense the ocean water, if it is warm, it is, these currents originate and flow from the equatorial region to subpolar region. A ocean current which generates from the equatorial region to subpolar region, the ocean current is called as the warm current, whereas cold current originate in the polar region and flow towards equatorial region. Have you got the difference, children? These originate from the equatorial region and move towards the subpolar region, movement of a water or the flow of a water, whereas cold water is originate from the polar region and move towards the equatorial region. Okay, what is the difference between these equatorial region and polar region? As per the temperature, in equatorial region the temperature of a water is high, okay, and in polar region the temperature of a is cold. So on that basis the warm and cold movement of a water can take place. Warm current and cold current. I told you, as per the temperature, the equatorial region has phase. Equatorial region phase high temperature, whereas the cold region phase cold temperature. So on that basis, warm current and cold current has been taken part. Then tides. We have seen currents as a ocean current. Ocean current has two classification, warm current and cold current, and the second one is tide. What do you mean by tide? Tides are the periodic rise and fall in the sea or a ocean level. This is what I told to observe. Okay, in sea, if you go, you can see sometimes water is look very high. Why? In the sense it look like it came near to road also sometimes. Okay, sometimes it is very down in the sense it look like it has gone back. The sand on the ocean is look very high to us, like slanty place it has made. That is called as a tide. See, these tides are periodic rise and fall in the sea ocean level, in the sense increase in the water level and decrease in the water level. That is called as a tide. Okay, they are occur due to the causes for the tide. This is very important for a 2 mark. What do you mean by tide? Okay, tide are a periodic rise and fall in the sea or a ocean level. They occur due to causes for the tide are gravitational attraction by the moon and the gravitational force by the sun. One cause is gravitational attraction by the moon, another one is gravitational force by the sun. Then the third reason is rotation of the earth and the centrifugal force of the earth. These are the 4 factors which are responsible for the tide. Okay, then which are the 2 types of a tide? The tide, high tide also known as a flood tide and low tide also known as a ebb tide. The tides are 2 types, high tide, flood tide, we will refer it as a low tide is also known as a ebb tide. Okay, then there are 2 types of tide on the basis of a position of the moon and sun. Is it clear? Totally we will get to refer 2 types, that is high tide and low tide. Okay, and even on the basis of a position of a moon and sun, again it is classified as a spring tide and neap tide. Okay, what do you mean by spring tide? Spring tide takes place when the earth and the moon are in a same straight line. Spring tide refer to when the sun and moon are in a same straight line. See, spring tide take place when the earth, the moon and the sun are in the same straight line. In the sense that all the three, which are they? Earth, sun as well as the moon should be on the same axis. And that will take place spring tide. Example, new moon and the full moon, like Punnime, what we call, that is causes of a spring tide. When the spring tide take place, high tide and highest and lowest tide are the lowest. If suppose on the full moon day, if you are getting a tide, this will make a chance for a high tide as well as a low tide. If there is a chance of a high tide, there is only high tide, no matter of a low tide. If suppose give a chance for a low tide, then there is only a low tide, no matter of a high tide. Is it clear? During the time of a spring tide, children, there is only a high tide. If you are expecting, if there is expecting a high tide, then it is only a high tide. Middle, it won't change to low tide. If suppose there is a possibility of a low tide, then there is a continuous low tide only, no matter of a high tide. That is only in a spring tide. Spring tide occur when earth, sun, moon, all the three are in the same line. Then neap tide referred to occur on the first equator and the last quarter day in the phase of a moon. In the sense that neap tide occur the first quarter and the last quarter day in the phase of a moon. In the sense that before the full moon, you know, 15 days we will get a full moon and 15 days is a black day, as we tell Amavasya and Hunnime, right? In that 15 days, beginning of that 15 days, we will get the neap tide, or else in the end of that full moon day, that days we are getting to neap tide. Okay, either in the beginning or end of the full moon, we are going to get the neap tide. Okay, very easy this is. Type of tide is very important. Either they will ask meaning of a tide and causes of a tide, or else they will ask the classification of a tide. Okay, be careful on that. Then, what are the uses of these neap tide? Okay, see, or else this will come for 3 months. What are the uses of these tide? See, tides are directly and indirectly useful to mankind in the following way. Tide helps us for the navigation of a big ship during the high tide. Is it clear? High tide will help for the navigation of a big ship. Then the second one, tide prevents some extent and freezing sea and ocean water in the coast. You may have seen in polar region, the ocean water will get as a ice cube. Big ice mountain it will form because of the coldness. If the movement of a tide make these prevent, in the sense that it will prevent that freezing of a sea water. Freezing in the sense it will become ice. Because of the tide, it can be prevent. Okay, and tide helps to keep the harbor clean. Okay, whatever unwanted thing is there in sea, that will come out because of the tide. Yes. You say ocean doesn't keep, sea doesn't keep anything with it. Whatever you will throw to ocean, that will again come back to you. That is because of the tide. Then they help for a fishing. They are also helpful for the generating a tidal energy. Very important for a 3 mark. Then how to conserve ocean. Very important this is for 4 mark. Okay. Conservation of a ocean. See, conservation of our natural resources as important, even the conservation of our ocean is also important, children, because that is our foremost responsibility. Don't you think so? We have to protect the forest, we have to protect the natural resources, we have to protect the mineral resources, along with that water resources also we should protect. Okay, these are comes to use. What about this ocean? If you think that ocean water is of no use, then that become our foolishness. Because even this ocean is most important like other natural resources. So, conservation of the ocean is very must and should. Okay. What are the important method of conserving our ocean? Okay, why it is useful? See, oil transportation should be done through the pipeline. So, when it comes a matter of a conservation, we are transporting oil through the ocean. So, he says the conservation method says that should be stopped, and that oil transportation should be done through way of a pipeline, because during time of a oil transportation, oil may leak, it may mix with the ocean life. Correct, human being won't die, but the marine life which was exists inside the water, that will die. So that has to be stopped. Nuclear waste should not be dumped in the sea or a ocean. So nuclear waste in the sense, before the atomic energy or nuclear weapons, before they are using, or the test of that atom bomb, they used to take place inside the water, because if they test on the earth, the crust plate will disturb, so it may cause the earthquake. So that they used to take inside the ocean. So as this riskful use of an atom bomb on the earth, how it was dangerous, the same way if we test that atom bomb on the ocean, even that is a dangerous, it may cause a destruction. Okay, then petrochemical, nuclear, I tell you, I forgot to tell you, if suppose we test atom bomb inside the ocean, we think that earthquake doesn't occur. Okay, as the earthquake occur on the earth, the earthquake even occur inside the ocean, that caused tsunami. Okay, that was very disaster. That is why the conservation method says that it should be stopped. Okay, then petrochemical industries in the coastal region must avoid dumping of a effluent into the sea or ocean. It says that dumping of a industrial waste into the water or ocean should be stopped. Okay, dumping of any waste near the port and harbour must be controlled. You may have seen throwing waste bottle near the coastal or the harbour side. You may have seen, obviously we will see, because we are in a coastal region, we get to see all such nonsense. Okay, so conservation method says that should be stopped. Then ore deposition and mineral exploitation along the coastal must be controlled. So ore deposition in the sense, as we extract the mineral on the earth, like that only, whatever extract that we are getting from the sea, even that has to be stopped, because it is exhaustible in nature. Then exploitation and destruction of a beach must be controlled. So it means that you have to keep the beach, ocean very neat and clean. Okay, this is up to the lesson hydrosphere, very easy and small. Okay, so when compared to all the geography lesson, this is very small and easier one. So in this lesson, what the things you have to remember. One is that you have to remember the difference between strait and isthmus. Then the 4 types of a ocean that you have to remember, classification like ocean shelf, continental slope, ocean deep ocean, all these 4 you have to remember. Then what is a salinity, that you have to remember. Then tide, meaning of a tide, types of a tide, and uses of a tide is very important. Like it will come for 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 4 mark question you can expect on the topic of a tide. Then the next one is this, very important, conservation of a ocean. This will come for either 3 or a 4 mark. Very easy topic, general topic you can write on this, children. You read the textbook, okay, and important point you can underline on that. I will meet you in the next class with another new topic, children. Till then you have to read well, okay. Take care.